Welcome to the opera game, played in Paris in 1858 by Morphy against Duke Karl of Brunswick and Count Isouard. This game is celebrated as one of the finest examples of classical chess principles: rapid development, open files, and brilliant tactical sacrifices. Morphy, just 21 years old, was in the middle of a European tour, defeating every master he faced. Sit back and enjoy one of the most instructive chess games ever played. Morphy opens with king's pawn to e4, immediately seizing control of the center. The noblemen respond with f5, mirroring Morphy's central pawn. Knight to f3, developing naturally while keeping an eye on the f5 pawn. Dix, the Philidor defense, solid but passive. The more active n6 was preferred here. d4, challenging the center immediately. Morphy seizes the initiative with both central pawns. bg4 is a positional mistake. Black pins the knight but neglects development. n7 was correct. Morphy releases the central tension with dx5, opening lines for his bishops. Black captures on f3, surrendering the bishop pair for limited compensation. Queen captures on f3. The queen is powerfully centralized and threatens multiple targets. The pawn recaptures on f5, restoring material balance in the center. Bishop to c4, targeting the vulnerable f7 square. A classic Morphy development move. nf6 is a serious blunder. Black develops the knight but ignores the queen's dual threats. qf6 was necessary. Queen to b3, a brilliant double attack threatening both the 7 pawn and the undefended b7 pawn. The queen moves to a7 to defend f7, but black remains under enormous pressure. Knight to c3, bringing the last minor piece into the game. All of Morphy's pieces are now active. Chix challenges the bishop on c4 and tries to create some space, but the position is already difficult. Bishop to g5, pinning black's queen against the king. The pressure on black's position is immense. 5 is a catastrophic blunder. Black attacks the bishop but walks into a devastating knight sacrifice. Knight takes b5, exploiting the overextended pawns. White wins material and destroys black's structure. Black captures the knight but walks straight into a bishop check. The defensive structure collapses. Bishop takes b5 with check. The king is exposed, and black's queenside pawns are shattered. The knight blocks the check on z7, but black is hopelessly behind in development with no counterplay. Long castling. Morphy's rook immediately enters the game on the open d-file, ready to strike. Black activates the rook to d8 to contest the open file, but the position is already strategically lost. The rook sacrifices itself on 7, eliminating black's key defensive piece with a decisive exchange. The rook recaptures on d7. Taking with the knight would have offered slightly better defensive chances. The second rook swoops to dun, doubling on the open file. The threat is unstoppable. qc is the decisive blunder. Black had to try k6 to contest the d-file and fight for survival. Brilliant bishop sacrifice on z7 with check. Morphy strips away black's last defender with tempo. The knight must capture the bishop. Now Morphy announces a forced checkmate in just 2 moves. Queen to bait check. A stunning queen sacrifice that sets up the final elegant mating blow. The knight takes the queen, but the rook delivers an unstoppable checkmate. Rook to d8 checkmate. A timeless masterpiece by Morphy. The opera game stands as one of the most brilliant and instructive chess games ever played. And that is the opera game, Checkmate in just 17 moves. Paul Morphy's brilliance shines through every move. Develop your pieces, control open files, and never waste a tempo. The final combination, bishop sacrifice on 7, queen to bait, and rook to date checkmate, remains one of the most elegant finales in chess history. Want to play and improve your own chess? Visit Chess99.com. Free, fast, and fun chess for everyone.